when we take a distance from our parents, when we know how to let it go. It does not mean to become strangers, but to establish a totally different kind of relationship. Our Saint Nikolai Velimirovich, the bishop, once said, "Why don't you people discover the beauty being friends, you parents and you kids of old, and especially you kids who now are parents yourself. You have the chance to enter into a beautiful relationship." And he wrote those words some 65 years ago. We cannot speak about the family without, of course, touching first upon the marriage. And it's a very interesting thing that you will never ever find an expression such as Holy Family, except, of course, in some traditions when we speak about the Holy Family, it refers to Venerable Joseph, to Mary and the babe Jesus. That was the Holy Family. Why? Because we have the holiness of marriage. And the holiness of the family derives from the holiness of the marriage. The holier the marriage, the holier the family. What do we really need in order for our marriages to be holy? And please, don't be afraid. We are not going to become like angels. We're not going to fly around the house. The contemporary Christian who lives at the beginning of the third millennium suffers from two apparently very different and very distant sicknesses. The first one is the loneliness. The people are lonelier than ever. And I mean within themselves. And the other one, it seems that we suffer from an overdose of aggression. Sometimes that aggression is being turned toward us, and in some schools they say the depression is nothing else but the aggression being turned inwardly. But sometimes our aggression is turned towards the others. We, as the Orthodox people, have a tremendously great consolation. The consolation which was given to us by the words of one of the greatest Orthodox writers and philosophers, the Russian writer Fyodor Mikhailovich Dostoevsky, who said that the beauty will save the world. And when he said the beauty, he meant Jesus Christ, for that was the ultimate beauty for him. And it's very interesting if we search after the meaning of the word beauty. We come to many, many beautiful pages in the Orthodox hymnography. One of the most dramatic songs which we sing on the Feast of the Elevation of the Holy Cross, September 27th, Krstovdan, has the following words: "Oh, what have you done to these lawless people, O my son? O you who are more beautiful than all the others in thy goodness. Krasni dobrotою pače sjek čelovjek." It's a very, very important phrase, for we see that there is no real beauty and no true beauty without goodness. Goodness and beauty have always to go together. They always do go together. Lately, our great contemporary theologian, Bishop Atanasie Jeftić, said there is something so beautiful about every form of love. Even the most passionate love has in itself the yearning after something alive. The yearning after something which is alive. It seeks the expression of the life itself. The Venerable Elder Siluan from Mount Athos, just a while ago we mentioned the monastery in Essex in England, which was founded by his pupil Sophronius, a contemporary elder who just died a few years ago, and who organized a monastic community where you have today people from over, I think to be precise, they have now people from 13 different nations from all over the world. A monastic community. And the elder Siluan from Mount Athos said, how could we speak about Christian love if we do not know how to forgive? How could we speak about forgiveness if we do not know how to live our time? And the Venerable Hilarion, the confessor, who lived in the 19th century, said, one day when we all come to face the God's justice and His love, the only quality which will be taken into consideration will be the quality of forgiveness and love. Everything starts and everything ends with love. But speaking with love has become so, on one side, very boring. On the other side, very, very ambiguous. For so many things which are love are being overseen, and so many things which are not love at all are being glorified as love. We have to be very, very precise. The language of the Orthodox theology, primarily Greek, uses three different words of love. Philia, which is the love on the surface of every kind of relationship. Love which expects a fair game, so to speak. I'll give you, you give me, and that's how we stay in a good relationship. Agape is the next level, where I give without expecting anything in return. We could say the true Christian love. But then something to which we all have been called to is the third level. But I have to now warn you about this word which is about